Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Godly Good Guidance. How are you all doing today? Welcome to day 2 of the 7 Days of Magic 2.0. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Today is a guided open love conversation focused on attachment and detachment, basically holding on and letting go in some easy, simple words. Okay. So that is the main thing that is going to happen. It is going to be a guided love conversation, and it is a safe, reflective space to explore emotional patterns, love attachments, and gentle release. This is going to be an open discussion wherein I would be giving opportunity for sharing, and others can also give some suggestions if they wish to, like a gentle guidance from not just me but from the others. And of course, we will start with a little bit of Reiki grounding. There will be special giveaways after every subtopic I have, and the special giveaway is the Boggle box. I know many of you like it, so that is going to be today's giveaway. And how you can win it is very, very simple. One is that you need to like and comment something meaningful under all the 31 subtle shift posts that have mentioned I have posted so far. If you have already done so, perfect. You don't need to do it again. What I'm going to do is basically just like yesterday, select the day using a number picker, and whomsoever has written a meaningful comment under that post will get selected for the lucky draw. Okay. And another way you can win the giveaway is on all the 7 days of Magic 2.0. Whenever you enter the live, make sure you give your names to me to drop into this bowl. Okay, just like yesterday, make sure one person, one account. Multiple accounts are not accepted for these 7 days. And make sure you give your names only when I ask, not in the middle. So don't give it right now. I will ask you, and that's when you give me the names. I will keep asking all through the live, and that is when you do that. Also, guys, make sure you smash the like button of this live, as well as give a permanent subscribe to the channel and share the channel with other people. That would be a great way to support the channel. It's a great form of energy exchange. So let me see who all are here on the chat before we begin. And I will give the intro once again, but let me see who all are here. Hi, Kushi, day two. I'm excited too. Hi, Renal, how are you? Hi, Unicorn. Hi, Cat Goddess. Hi, Kushi Pabaro. Hi, Moon162. Hi, Yashashwini Yash 8397. Welcome, everybody. Today was requested by a couple of you that you guys want an open discussion about one of the topics on love. So today is not much of tarot reading. The only part of where I'm going to read a little bit for you guys is in between the topics. So I hope you guys like it. And I guess I've tried to make it a little bit not very serious, not very funny, but somewhere in the middle. And it's not going to be anything very heavy on the head, I believe. So many things we all know, but it's just that sometimes we need to hear it from somebody, and sometimes maybe that somebody might be this live, wherein me or anybody here might give you a little nudge to for a better life. Okay, for you guys. Hi, Wang J. How are you? R Wang. This is how to pronounce your name. Yes, you need to give your names again today. Every day you need to give your names in the bowl, okay? But I'm just gonna take the names in a bit. Hi, Multifairy. Welcome. Today you are on time. How are you doing? All right. Let me first quickly write the names of the people who are already here. So, guys, now is the time you give me your names. Start now. Kushi. Kushi will be Kushi P because there is one more Kushi. बहुत खुशी है हमारे पास. um Renal. Renal was the winner of the biggest giveaway from yesterday. How do you feel, Renal? Okay. Yashashwini. I have attempted something different for this channel today. I hope you guys like it. Apologies in the beginning itself if something doesn't make sense to you, if something triggers you, because this is a delicate topic. Cat Goddess. Yes, Multifairy. Next is Multifairy. Cute me. Ooh, Arwen. Arwen. All right. Anybody else? I only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names right now. Let me know if there is anybody else. Unicorn. There will be a lot of sharing. If you wish to open up, if you feel comfortable, just make sure no details are shared that that will lead. Basically, don't share your address here, guys. Okay. Thank you, Multifairy. All right. Anybody else who wants their name to be written, or I will start now. The diya is almost done. Hang in there. It's just falling down before. Hang in there before it is completely done. Hang in there. Ow, ow. There. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. All right. Nevertheless, I'm gonna burn it again. Hang in there. Oh, it's gonna be tricky. I think I'll just leave it there. All right. All right. I guess everyone has given their names. I will ask again later as we go forward. But for now, let me just um, make some space. Okay. And so, once again, namaste everyone. Welcome to today's open discussion on love, attachment, and detachment. Today's session is meant to give you clarity, community, and comfort, especially if you're emotionally stuck, heartbroken, confused, or are unable to let go. The session, by the way, is not religious, but spiritual and practical. We are learning from all wisdoms, and here are a few things I picked up from various faiths that seem appropriate for this session. I'm just going to read out a few verses from few scriptures. If you like, please hear it properly. First one is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 47 48. You have a right to your actions, but never to the fruits of your actions. Stay steady in pleasure and pain, success and failure. This is the foundation of detachment, doing your best without losing yourself in the outcome. Another thing the Bhagavad Gita says is that person whom the world cannot agitate is dear to me. When it refers me, it means the God Krishna. So true love is calm and not obsessive. If you understand where we are going with this, now there's the four noble truths of the Buddhist teaching also says that attachment is one of the primary causes of human suffering. And Rumi, a lot of you know about Rumi, the Sufi teacher. It's Rumi says, "What you seek is seeking you." So when you stop clinging, life flows towards you more effortlessly. And Christian scripture says that do not be anxious about anything. Let peace guard your heart. A peaceful heart loves better. Okay. Now, I just want you all to, in one word, describe how your heart feels today. How your heart feels today, just in one word, guys. Disappointed. I'm sorry, Siddhi, if this is how you're feeling today. In peace. That's great, Multifairy. Happy. Nice. Cat goddess. Hmm. Okay. I guess that's all we have for now. Mm, I know many of you are here because of a romantic relationship. Many of you are not here who have been showing, when they were here asking me questions. I thought this topic was very, very apt for many of them, but I hope they will join in slowly. But disappointed, Khushi Pabaro. I'm sorry. Um, but attachment can happen with anything, not just with romantic relationship, with a person, a job, a friend, a position, a dream, a mentor, um, a phase of life. You just don't want to move from this beautiful life that you have to something else, because that is also attachment, and we are on a soul is on a journey. We can't just be stuck to one thing, a place, a routine, an emotional comfort, source, even an imagined future. We get attached to that also. Many of today's learnings apply to all kinds of attachments. Of course, it will have a bent towards the romantic attachment, romantic relationship. So some of the learnings today can be applied across all types of attachments and all age groups also. And who says attachment cannot happen at a particular age? It can happen at any age. It can happen to a teen. It can happen to an adult, a married person, a divorced person, a senior citizen, because attachment is a human emotion, not a maturity level. I would like to know which age group you all are in, guys. Just type, like, are you a teen? Are you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s? Let's see. If you're comfortable, you don't have to really share if you are not comfortable. Okay. Is there anybody here? Just you can share your, the age range. You're in your 20s, Yashashwini. Thank you for sharing. Okay. All right. Also, guys, remember every person is different. One rule cannot fit everyone. This is a general open discussion. Siddhi is in her 20s. Perfect. And this is an open discussion, like I said, with general guidelines that can help most people. Okay. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Kushi in her 20s again. Perfect. All right. Guys, before we begin today's open discussion on love, attachment, and detachment, let's take a few minutes to ground and settle the energy with a short Reiki based relaxation. If you are giving me permission to send you Reiki, please type ready and I shall begin then. If you give me permission to send you Reiki, just send the word ready and I will begin then. All right, Siddhi says ready, Kushi ready, Yashashwini ready, Arwen ready. Now learn your name, Arwen. It's not Ruang. Arwen. Cat Goddess, Multifairy, Naveen ready. All right, I guess we can begin now. So, guys, wherever you are, hopefully you're not driving or anything, but wherever you are, close your eyes, loosen your shoulders, place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your navel. Take a deep breath in and breathe out slowly. I'm sending gentle Reiki energy to your emotional body to calm overthinking, soften heavy emotions, and create a safe space where you can reflect, listen, and heal. Let any tension melt from your jaw, chest, and heart space. You are safe here, you are held, you are grounded. Dear Reiki, thank you for coming. Please. For a happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, abundant life, for peace, contentment, joy, clarity, for everyone present here, for everyone who comes here at any point of time, for all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everyone, slowly, gently open your eyes and tell me how do you feel after this little bit of grounding in one word. Calm, relaxed, better. That's great, Siddhi. I like it. Content, positive and calm. Perfect, Kushi. I'm liking how uh, your words are getting better. Relaxed, calm, beautiful. All right. Quickly, I will introduce you the flow of today's session because this is more like a guide and open discussion. So, first of all, I will be taking a subtopic under the same heading that I've already discussed, letting go, basically attachment and detachment. I will explain it briefly, and then I will select two people, two participants to share. Now, the sharing has to be done as per the prompt I give. It can't be anything other than that because it is going to be time based. I'm going to use this little timer, which is for about 1.5 minute. So, within that 1.5 minute, whoever wants to get selected, they can raise their hand, and I will select a new person every time for the sharing. And you don't have to share if you are not comfortable. You can just hear it and listen to others. Maybe some questions of yours will get answered just by listening to me, to everybody here. But if you're interested, raise your hands when I ask, and I will select two people and for every subtopic. And as per the prompt, please do a little bit personal sharing if you are comfortable. And after that personal sharing, you can ask a small question, and then for another few minutes, everyone on the chat can give their support, their supportive suggestion, or anything they think. Okay. And after that, I will wind up that subtopic. And then we will select one person for the Boggle Box guidance that you all have shown interest in. And then we will move to the next subtopic. Okay, like I have already said, that to win this Boggle Box guidance for today's live, there are two things you need to do. You need to give the some meaningful comment under the 31 subtle shifts. I will pick any as in front of you guys any day. And another thing is I will also be using this bowl. So those of you who haven't given their names till now can give the names right now, but hang in there, not right now, because there are a few more instructions I need to share with you guys. Today, try to be in sync with the discussion and try not to talk anything beyond what is happening, because otherwise some people can get confused, because today is all about listening and talking. And of course, since this is a live chat and I can see your text but not hear you, whenever I ask you that would you want a turn to speak, I would want you to raise a hand emoji or just say hand raised or something, and I will pick different person every time, unless there are less people. So then the same person can get a chance. Time limit to speak will be about 1 minute. Please don't extend. And time limit for giving suggestions to that person after that person, shares whatever they share as per the prompt I will give, will be not more than 5 minutes. Okay. Now, this is an open discussion, guys. Any suggestions you receive from chat members are their opinions. If you receive from me, it is my opinion. You are fully responsible for your personal choices and actions, okay? And um, yeah, like I said, no other conversation would be entertained other than that happening as per the topic in hand. And please speak only when your chance comes and respect the selected speaker, okay? And I encourage you to make notes if there is anything you think, especially one of the last subtopics wherein there will be some easy, not that you wouldn't know of, but since there will be so many things that would be mentioned in one chunk, maybe if you would want to make notes, you can make notes. So, if you have understood the rules and regulations and you give your permission to people on the chat to give you suggestions on your turn, only on your turn, type I invite healing. Type I invite healing. Perfect. Perfect. Naveen, if you are comfortable, then you can raise your hands when I ask you guys to share something as per the topic in hand, nothing generally. You just don't start talking about your personal stories right away. But if you want, you can raise your hand and I will choose two people at the end of every subtopic. And then you can share, but you will only get 1 minute, whomsoever I select, okay? And after which, if you put a question, the other people will get a chance to give you some replies, some suggestions, some advice, whatever they want to, okay? Look at multifairy. All right, quickly, guys, those of you whose name is not in the bowl, please let me know now. Every day you have to give your name, okay? Every day. I invite healing. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Siddhi is Siddhija. Shilpa. Moon 162, like I have clearly mentioned, please patiently hear the whole live. And if your chance comes, if you get a turn, then please do the sharing as per the prompt, nothing extra. Today, just be on the listening mode, hearing mode, and wherever you get a chance, that's when you can speak. Whom did I add next? I guess it was Siddhi. Did I add Shilpa? Shilpa, did I add you? I don't know. Shilpa, did I add you? I think I did not. Naveen wants to get added. Moon 162, have I added you? Well, maybe I've written your name twice. You have more chances to win than Shilpa. Moon 162, have I written your name? I'm so sorry, Moon 162, you're going through this. Okay, I guess you are not here. So I'm writing your name, Moon 162. Anybody else? I guess I will stop this for now and I will take the names later on. Okay. Now, guys, I want you to type a percentage that you relate to the word attachment. No details needed. Just tell me a percentage. Percentage. What percentage do you think you relate to the word attachment? 1%, 100%, 25%? What is that? 90% Kushi. That's called honesty. Look at that, Naveen. 99%. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? This is an interactive session, guys, okay? This is what you asked for. So you have to be, interactive with the chat, with the group. Okay. Unless you don't want to, that is also fine. Renal, 30%, 95%, 60%, 50. Shilpa is like, haha, my logical mind is in place. 95%. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Now, guys, um, I'm going to share a few sentences now. And if you think you are guilty of this, no details, but just say guilty as charged. Okay. I'm going to read a few sentences for you. 100% Moon 162. Okay. Okay. I'm going to read a few sentences. And if you think you kind of know what that means, maybe not in that exact fashion, but in some way, just say guilty as charged. Okay. If one high from them makes your whole day, and one scene without reply ruins your whole week, type guilty as charged. I hope you're understanding. If you replay their 3-second voice note like it's a Grammy winning song, type guilty as charged. If you check their last scene more than your bank balance, type guilty as charged. It doesn't have to be exactly what I said, but get the feeling. No, we are not in court. Okay, you don't. Perfect, Mankirat. You are the girl. We need to learn from you. Okay. Idea was not to make fun of anyone. It was a way to give you a soft knock at the door of your brain. We will speak of brain a bit later, but all these things are attachment. Attachment is when you tie your peace to another person's behavior. Your happiness becomes dependent on someone's text, calls, moods, attention. You create a fantasy about a relationship that doesn't truly exist. Sometimes the relationship does not even exist, and you just fantasize, you keep fantasizing about it. You confuse intensity with intimacy. You forget yourself while remembering them. You completely forget them, and then you say, I do self-love, I go and get a nice hair spa, that is self-love. No, what are you doing, girl or guy? Now, if you think this is not you, but deep down you're triggered for pinpointing exactly what you're going through, my request is to stay till the end. Okay. Now, raise your hand. Um, or just let me know that you would like to share. I will select two people. Whomsoever I select will be sharing a small example where you realize you were too attached and ask one question for advice from the chat. Okay. हूँ पागल but इतना नहीं. Okay. Hi Tasha. Okay, Mankirat would like to share. Siddhi would like to share. Anybody else? If there are just two people, then they are the winners. Otherwise, oh, I'm sorry, Tasha. Okay, I have three people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the names so that there's no confusion later on. Okay, there are three people who would like to share. So since I saw Mankirat first, and um, second person was Siddhi is Siddhija, maybe I will give both of you the turn. And guys, please listen to them. I will give you, you guys will get 1 minute Mankirat and Siddhi each. First Mankirat, and then this should be your, this should be your, don't speak anything other than this. Share a small example where you realize you were attached, and at the end of it, ask one question for advice from the chat, okay? In 1 minute, try to finish the whole thing, and in the next few minutes, you will get some suggestions, okay? So, here you go. Are you ready, Mankirat? Your time starts now. Mankirat, share a small example where you realized you were too attached, and ask one question for advice from the chat. Okay, Mankirat, go ahead. So basically, you want to know how to deal with this guy, but how are you attached to it? My idea was for you to share a small example where you realize you were too attached to something or somebody. So you think you got attached to this person? Yes, that was his attachment. How was it your attachment, Mankirat? All right. In the next few minutes, you guys can give any suggestions, any advice to Mankirat. She wants to know how should she deal with this situation where she wasn't unable, but seems like she's already, has moved on, Mankirat. But if you haven't, her question is how should she deal with this situation? So you have moved on from this situation, but you need some advice. Anybody here would like to share um, any 2 cents for Mankirat? This is the place where, guys, I'm allowing you to help each other. So try to type as soon as you can. Another 2 minutes for this, and then we move on to the next person. Mankirat, I'm totally understanding. In fact, the things you are saying, just keep listening to this format that I've created. Maybe you will get a few insights. Okay, but right now was the this opportunity for others to give some advice to you, And that's really great that you have already moved on and you're doing the things which people here are suggesting you. That's really good. You're a strong girl, Mankirat Kaur. That's so beautiful, Tasha. I really like what you just said. And so did Multifairy and others. All right. Mankirat, if you're okay, I would like to move to the next person because this is time based and we have just begun. And I'm sorry you had to go through this, but there's always a reason behind it. And always remember that learn from the lesson and move forward. Okay. All right. Next is Siddhija. Please share, Siddhija, a small example where you realized you were too attached and ask one question for advice from the chat. Small example where you realized you were attached. Okay. Your time starts now. Siddhija. Wow, that's huge. 10 kgs of weight within a week you lost. I'm so sorry, Sidija. You broke up 8 times. I know this pattern. You break up and then you feel bad and then you allow him back in. So Sidija, would you do you have a question for advice from the chat or you just wanted to share this? If you don't have any question, that is perfectly fine. But if you're done with the sharing, you have another 30 seconds to go. I'm sorry, guys. I know there's loads to share from your end, but I have to time it. Otherwise, this will not move. Love it. Tasha is on fire today. She's giving really good advice. I'm so sad. Feels really sorry to hear it, Siddija. I know what that is. Right. We will talk about that also. Right, Naveen? All right, guys, it's already time for you to start giving your advice. I know you've already started giving your suggestions and advice, but for the next 2.5 minutes, please help Siddhi Isiddija with whatever 2 cents you have for her. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Siddhi, for sharing. I completely agree, Multifairy 90. Every time you reach on a higher level, there is some test that comes to distract you. Correct, Naveen. I mean, I agree. I'm nobody to say correct or wrong, but I agree. That's the whole idea, Tasha. So, of the open discussion. That's beautiful, Yashashwini. That's very, very uplifting. Multifairy has this perfect formula, and I think she's shared it for the second time, and I've heard her share it before also, and that's pretty nice. It's a beautiful formula, Multifairy. That's great, Siddhija, that you're working on it. Yes, Ho'oponopono is cool too. And that's one of my 31 subtle shifts, Naveen, Ho'oponopono. Yes, Multifairy, we all learn. That's the whole idea. All right, guys. I guess we'll have to wind this sharing and suggesting and advising for now. I hope, Siddhi, you're okay. We move forward. You've got really, really great suggestions and advice. I really, really, encourage both of you, Mankirat and Siddhi, to, if you can, just print screen or something of all these suggestions that you've been given and read through them again. I think replay will also be there for the live, so you can go through it again. Because some of the suggestions and advices were really good, and we will have few things as we go ahead, more practical rather than anything else when it comes to today's open discussion from my end. Thank you, Siddhi Sirija. Naveen, there will be more opportunities for you to share. So when I ask the next time, do raise your hand. Only three people raised, and every time I will give a different person to share. Okay, so don't cry, don't worry, Kushi. You will get more time. Okay, you will get some other place where you can share. That's beautiful, Multifairy. That this is what you want to do. That's beautiful. All right. So attachment is normal, guys. It is not a weakness. It is a biology. And you have I'm just going to share a little bit of science. Some of you I think we don't have the doctors here, but this is something very basic. A lot of us might have read at some point or stuff like that, that the two main emotional systems involved in our brain are the amygdala and the frontal cortex, the emotional brain and the rational brain. And the emotional brain basically works like this inner 5-year old who reacts fast, creates fear of losing, creates craving, creates anxiety, creates emotional dependency, makes you check your phone, replay conversations, wait for replies. This is what this amygdala does. Whereas the frontal cortex, the rational brain, is the one who thinks logically, sets boundaries, evaluates the red flags, helps detach, understands reality, protects you, makes adult decisions. The goal of today's discussion is to help your frontal cortex becomes stronger than your amygdala during emotional situations. I'm being very specific, only during emotional situations, because there are times, your your emotional brain needs to come forward, but this is what we are talking about during emotional situations where we need the logical brain to come forward. All right, so this was a tiny introduction to attachment, wherein you guys have given a few viewpoints, and it's time for Boggle Box guidance. If anybody is interested, let me know, and I will pick one winner. Dopamine. Yes, the Boggle Box. The Boggle Box. All right, I guess there are people who are interested. So let me quickly pull out the number picker. And the number picker is right here. I have I have numbers from 1 to today is 18. Yeah, I have posted 18 posts. So 18 numbers here. I'm going to spin it, and then I will open that post and select one from that post. Post number day 10. Day 10. I'm going to open day 10 now. I know I have very complicated procedures to select the winners, but this is what I'm going to do. My whole idea was I wanted you all to read the 31 subtle shifts, and I figured that you will not until and unless I make it like this. So I have about a few people here. Um, Number one I have here is Kushi. I have Mankirat. I'm just writing the names, and then I will select one winner from these people. I have Unicorn. I have Tasha. And um, what was this about? Memorize one thing daily. Okay, hang in there, guys. Sorry. Uh, where was I? Cat Goddess. I also have. Can I take renal for this reply? Today I learned about yoga. Is this memorizing something? All right, I'll still write renal's name here. And let's see who is going to be the winner. And where is my dice? Here it is. So I have six people here who stand a chance to win the first Boggle Box guidance. Kushi, Mankirat, Unicorn, Tasha, Cat Goddess, and Renal. We have Tasha, number 4. Tasha, congratulations. Would you like this 1 minute Boggle Box guidance? If yes, let me know. Okay, Tasha. All right, Tasha, please bring all your attention here and focus. Guys, this is going to make some noise. So when I shuffle, I advise you to either mute or lower down your volume. After this, we will continue with our discussion. I just wanted to give some giveaways to some of you who only come for giveaways. And plus, I know you guys like it. And it's a little break from something very, very serious that we just discussed. I know for some of us, it might just be like, okay, so what? But for some of us, it is like a very, very deep scar in our heart. And it's something. So this will be a little bit of a change, and we will go back to the topic in a bit. Okay. So Tasha, please bring all your attention here and focus. Dear God, higher power, source, divine universe, please give any guidance that Tasha needs to receive right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tasha, you're being told that you are getting the things right now. You are getting the things right now. Um, Maybe you had to go through a hard way, probably. Maybe you had to suffer a little bit, but now you are understanding things better. Okay. So, in short, you're being told that you're on the right path. So, don't worry. And God, Lord, both these words are showing up here in some way to me. And you are like a sweet child of the divine, and you would be supported. Um, you're being told that this is the time to kind of enjoy a little bit more, celebrate a little bit more. And if you like cooking or something, or if you don't even like cooking, maybe just grab your best, whatever you like best. Yeah, I'm getting the word dessert, but whatever you like to eat, maybe just enjoy that little meal, and whatever makes you happy, just do that. Okay. uh, Basically, your inner child wants to dance a little bit, so just however your inner child will dance, try to do something nice that way. um, there are red flags even now around you, Tasha, and you need to be a little bit careful about that. But somehow I'm seeing that the divine is supporting you, so you need not worry. Okay. All right, so that's time up. I hope something made sense to you, Tasha. I don't know, but that was for you. You're welcome, Tasha. All right, now guys, back to you all. Ready to type? Okay, it made sense to you. Perfect. All right, guys. Now I want you to share one word that you think how healthy love feels like. How does healthy love feels like? What do you think healthy love feels like? Just in one word, guys, no details. Healthy love feels like lovely. Okay, Pratima. Feels like peace. Feels cute. Okay. Peace again. And Naveen and Multifaria giving high five, energetic high five to each other. Yo, healthy love feels genuine. Okay. All right. Now, guys, I want you all to share one word that you think how attachment feels like. Just one word. Toxic, prison, dependent. Hmm. Talk Attachment feels comfortable. Yes, it can sometimes. I haven't heard that word before. Limerence. What is that, Siddhi Siddhija? Depression. Reliable. Guerrero service. Attachment feels reliable to you. Okay. All right. So, healthy love basically feels like peace, respect, stability, balance, mutual effort, growth. And attachment feels like anxiety, obsession, fear of loss, need for control, clinging. How many of you have been the clingers? Overthinking, woo, over the roof, emotional dependent, yes. And I know you would call me mad for saying this because that's almost like me discouraging you to not watch my channel or watch channels like mine. But if you are asking tarot, astrology, numerology, YouTube, your best friend, and your neighbor's dog whether this person loves you or not, that's attachment, not love. Okay? Now, guys, I'm gonna select two people. Um, if any two of you want to share one time when you mistook attachment for love. So the prompt for you is that you have to share one, not everybody, just the two people I select, okay? Share one time when you mistook attachment for love and ask your question in in one line, okay? And just say you would like to share, raise your hand, or just say you want to share, and I will select two of you. So, Moon162 wants to share. Yes, Siddhi Siddhija, you did a good thing. Pratima Nayak would like to share. All right, I have two people already, and remaining is just you can't share, but you can always share from your experience something that will help both of these people. And it's not that you are giving suggestions and helping just Moon and Pratima Nayak or whomsoever I select. It's, there are many people who are listening who might be just quiet or who might be going through the same thing. Probably they were going to type something similar, and lot of people's answers get lot of people's questions get answered by your sharing. So don't think if you were not selected, that means that's the end of it. No. So first, Moon 162, you have only 1 minute to share, no more than that. In that 1 minute only, you have to ask the question in one line to everyone here. So share one time when you mistook attachment for love. Please, no other details, just what I'm asking you to share. Share one time when you mistook attachment for love. Your time starts now. Moon 162, this is the time you start sharing and ended up with one question. Hi, Debbie, welcome. Moon 162, share one time when you mistook attachment for love. And ask one question to the people present here in one line. There was a person whom you have separated from past 6 years, but still you can't get him out of your mind. Why? But Moon 162, this is sure. This is an so you believe that you took love, you mistook attachment for love in this scenario, Moon 162? Do you agree that this was attachment and not love? Moon 162, guys, your time to start helping Moon 162, even though it wasn't exactly like with the prompt, but sure, if you have any 2 cents for Moon 162, please go ahead and share now. Moon 162, do you agree that this wasn't love and this was just attachment? That you thought it was love? Do you mistook it? Because that was my main sharing I wanted you to do. Naveen, if you could just give a little bit of you feel it as it was love. Moon 162, we have discussed a little bit about attachment and detachment, about healthy relationship and unhealthy. So we just did that. So based on that, what do you think? Do you think it was? There you go. You have lot of information here, Moon 162 for you. Hi Thunder Fighter, hi Guerrero. Moon 162, I hope you're reading all the replies from the open discussion we are having. This is a space where the participants give suggestions to the person who has asked for a question and done a little bit of sharing. Last few minutes, just actually 1 minute, and then we will move on to the next person. Moon 162, are you still here? Moon 162. You have lot of suggestions and advice here from people. I hope you are listening. All right. That was for you, Moon 162. I hope if you have left, I hope you will come back and go through these suggestions, these beautiful suggestions. Moon 162, this topic is more about attachment and detachment, dealing it with more practical, with a more practical twist. And I know where you are getting at, but what we are dealing here is how to deal with the situation more practically, okay? And in fact, at the end of the chat, there is something I would be saying that might hurt a couple of people, but yes, Naveen, something on the similar lines of the brain anatomy I discussed. Tasha is on fire today. I mean, I was expecting Naveen and Multifairy, but Tasha is a discovery. All right. Moon 162, I really encourage you to really read the suggestions that everyone has given here. At the same time, go through the entire open discussion once again and stay till the end because there are some practical ways that would I would be sharing towards the end. Beautiful, Naveen. Beautiful. All right. Next is Pratima Nayak. Pratima Nayak, it is your turn to share. Share one time when you mistook attachment for love. Guys, I really request you to stick to the prompt and not go beyond it, okay? Because that will enable us to move more quickly and swiftly, okay? Share one time, Pratima Nayak, when you mistook attachment for love. And if there is any question in one line, you can ask everyone here. Um, you can ask so. Yes, you guys are on fire all the time, and that is why I said Tasha is a discovery. Pratima Badnayak, when I shared the prompt, you said you would like to share. So I thought you knew what you were going to share. Would you want to, should I pick somebody else who would be able to share one time when they mistook attachment for love? Or would you have something to share, Pratima? I did posted the question. Did you already post it? Pratibha Nayak, where is your question? Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm so sorry. I felt a past lives connection with him. Is this how it begins? I don't know if it is attachment or love of eternity that met again in this timeline. Also, I never felt so nervous asking a question. Okay, Pratima Nayak. That's okay. There's always a first time, right? So, guys, I hope you have read Pratima Nayak's sharing when she mistook attachment for love. Any um, 2 cents from any of you here? Beautiful, Tasha. Really, really nicely explained. And that was the topic I just shared with you guys in short, that how does healthy love feels like and how does attachment feels like. And I thought based on that, you would be able to guess it yourself that how, you thought that this was love, whereas it was attachment. Because if it was just attachment, you were probably more anxious, you were obsessed, you felt fear of loss, you needed control, you were clinging, you were overthinking, there was probably an emotional dependence. All these things wouldn't help, wouldn't really, really happen in a healthy love, because you will feel at peace in a healthy love. That was the whole idea behind this whole thing. So guys, when I'm cracking those funny jokes while explaining the topic, those have some deeper meanings behind it, so please hear it when I'm sharing that, okay? You don't need to worry about the past lives, Pratima Vinayak. We are discussing about the here and now. Okay. And we will talk a little bit about the spiritual connection towards the end of it. I do have a little bit of it planned, but for now, I wanted you to focus on the topic on hand. All right, guys. So, my whole idea was to tell you that love builds you and attachment drains you. Learn to check the difference. Only you need to learn it yourself, because nobody in front of you, no psychologist can gauge it, because or even even the psychologist won't be able to you have to really figure it out, that what's the difference between attachment and love. You can just be guided in the direction, but you need to ask yourself where you stand. Okay, I hope for some of you the difference made sense. If it did, please type a yes, because seems like still there is a lot of confusion between a healthy relationship and an attachment. Thank you, Tasha. Correct, Naveen. You got it. You didn't need to say yes because you've already explained the whole thing, that you have understood it. Kushi Pabaru, you are visible, but you're not asking me, you are asking Multifairy. Okay. Correct, Naveen. All right. Time for Boggle Box guidance. Who is interested in the Boggle Box guidance? If there are still some takers, I will play one round of the Boggle Box. And otherwise, I will move to the next topic. Kushi Pabaru is all right. I guess there are takers. So let me spin the wheel. Where is the spin the wheel? Here we go. Here it is. And we are spinning it to see who's the next winner. I mean, to see which post is it next. Number six. Number six. Let's see number six post. Where is number six post? Here it is. And which one is it? Manifestation jar. A lot of you liked the idea of a manifestation jar. Okay, so I'm just going to write the names here. I have already given Tasha, so I will not be writing her name again. So Khushi P, Naveen, Unicorn, Mankirat, Tasha is done. Cat Goddess. Cat Goddess is quiet. I think this is not the kind of topic she wants to know about. Getting the jar ready. I think I want to take renal, even though I'm going to need a big jar. I will take Adriana also. Okay, so I have a bunch of names here, and I'm glad, Pratima Nayak, that you did understand a little bit. I'm so sorry if things were not completely agreeable to you, but I'm happy that you did get some ideas. And please stay till the end. You will get a few more details about this whole topic. Okay? Lovely Moon 162. All right, where's my dice? Where's my dice? I have Kushi, Naveen, Unicorn, Mankirat, Cat Goddess, Renal, and Adriana here. Let's see numbers from 1 to 7. 1. Kushi P, congratulations. Would you want the Boggle Box guidance? If yes, quickly tell me, and I will begin quickly. All right, Kushi, please bring all your attention here and focus. Dear God, high power source, divine universe, please give any message, any guidance, any clarity to Kushi Pabaro, anything that she needs to receive right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Kushi, right off the bat, you are getting that you need lot of healing, Kushi. Maybe you're just working on a surface level. You need to dig deep within. Okay, you really need a lot of Kushi, okay, if you know what I mean. And you need to put efforts into it, Kushi. It's just not gonna, you need to be very strict with yourself because you can't just be bogged down with situations and life and circumstances and all that stuff. You need to cut cord. You need to cut cords with some people or some situations, think some toxic patterns probably, and really move around. Healing is really really required for you, and I don't know why the healing is coming very strongly in a sense that seems like maybe you have been crying a lot. I don't know, Kushi. Um, and Even though crying can heal sometimes, but still it is kind of saying that you're crying a lot, and crying is not going to help alone. You need to really hear the information around you, information like how to heal yourself, how to really do things, and not cage yourself with your own way of thinking, and expand yourself. Healing is the big word that is coming for you. Come out of the cage that you have, yourself caged yourself into, Kushi. And that is for you. Healing is coming very strongly for you, Kushi. Okay. I'm so sorry, Kushi, you're hospitalized. Did you say you've got dengue? Please take care of yourself, Kushi. You're being definitely guided that you can't just cry and wait for things to heal. You need to actively work towards your healing. Okay. It is clearly being told. All right, guys, moving on to the next part. Kushi, that was the guidance for you. I hope something made sense to you. Let's move on. Okay, guys. Guys, I'm gonna now say a few things, say a few sentences. Again, they might sound like funny things, but I want you to tell me one word, that what sort of a relationship is this that I'm just about to share with you, okay? So, first one, they replied with a smiley, and you planned a whole wedding in your head. Second, he said, take care, and you read it as my heart belongs to you. Third one, she liked your story, and suddenly you were writing baby names. What do you think this relationship is like? What sort of relationship is this? Anybody? Delusional? Yes. Guerrero, that's exactly what it is. But any other words? Correct, delusional, and that's not even a relationship. All right. And so yes, it's basically an delusionary and imaginary relationship. This is when you imagine a relationship that is not actually there, just like Tasha said. You create an emotional story in your head based on small signals, okay? And those signals are not really the signals they are sending you with those intentions. They are just like, small little smile you give to somebody, to a fellow human being. The closeness feels real internally, but it's real externally. The other person is not equally invested. You create full conversations in your head that never happened. How many of you have done that? No conversation has happened, but you've, like, from the both the sides, you've had a conversation with that person. Yes, correct. Fake scenarios. You think of future kids with someone who hasn't texted back. That's really sad, but that is the truth with many of us. You fall in love with the version of them you created, not who they really are. You just keep imagining. If this has ever happened to you even once, type, if anything like that has happened with any of you at any point of time, type, You used to talk to photos of your first love during the school time. Me all the time. Correct. Okay. All right. Now, next one. Tell me what you are doing or what anyone is doing if this is what they are doing. Waking up and checking their last scene in the middle of the night every now and then and checking the last scene. Rereading old messages to feel close again because the real conversation is not happening. So all you have is the old messages. So you're rereading them. Overthinking one emoji they sent. They might have just sent a little hug, like a friendly hug, and you're like, oh, did that love have intentions and passion and marriage behind it? Just one emoji from wo bichara person, and you are imagining too much behind it. Writing messages and deleting them 10 times. How many of you have done that? But I don't want to know that right now, but I'm still going to share a few more things. Waiting for their reply before starting your day. Imagining reasons for why they did not respond. खुद ही reasons निकाल रहे हैं. You're imagining yourself stalking their activity and then crying, because when you stalk you find something and then you're not happy with it and then you start crying about it. Comparing yourself with people they follow, with the people they are hanging out with. What do you think? What are you doing? What are you doing when you're doing this, guys? But what are you doing by this obsession? You're destroying your own day. That person is completely, probably not even aware about what is happening in your life, but you have completely destroyed your day, completely destroyed your week, months, and years for some people. Now, what's happening on the chat? Yes, making them your whole life. Pagalpana. Yes, Renal. Correct, Naveen. Correct. Now, what is this, guys? What is this, guys? You reply in 8 seconds. That person sends your message right now, and you reply within 8 seconds, and they reply in 8 hours. But somehow you feel you are the clingy one. Okay. Second, you create a whole future with someone you have only had two conversations with. ये बहुत सारी हिंदी मूवीज में देखा है ना. You see a see this beautiful person who gave you a smile and had a nice conversation with you, and you start imagining the entire future. And moving on, they say good morning to you once, and your amygdala decides this is your soulmate. Just a sweet good morning from their end would be so harmful to you. They wouldn't have imagined that, you start imagining that this is your soulmate. How many of you have done that? That you write them long paragraphs and they reply with just a simple K, not even okay, just K. Okay. You keep forgiving someone for things they didn't even apologize for. Many of you guys complain that, okay, I don't want anything from him or her, but can he or she just apologize to me? And then you just keep forgiving also, even if they haven't apologized. They treat you like an option, but you treat them like a priority. Their inconsistency becomes your personality disorder. You adjust your entire routine to match the timing of someone who doesn't even know your birthday. What is this, guys? Any idea what all these things are? These are red flags in attachment, guys, okay? Figure them out and run, okay? Um, exactly, Tasha. Big, big red flags. Many of us might have done at some point in our lives, and it's okay. You can accept it and learn from it and move on. Now, time for sharing. And the two people I will select for this sharing round will have to share if you have ever imagined more than what was real, if you ever have destroyed your day in spite of the red flags. Share one line about it, not more, and end it with a small question. Okay. Who wants to share here? Please let me know your names and I will select two people. You just have to share if you have ever imagined more than what was real, and if you ever have destroyed your day in spite of the red flags. You just need to share one line about it, guys, and end with a small question. Kushi would like to share. Anybody else? One more person can get a chance. Make sure it is one line and it's exactly what I have asked you to share, nothing else. Yes, we are very comfortable with the red flags. That comfortable thing some of you mentioned, you just rely on that. Exactly, Naveen. Okay, I guess only Kushi P wants to share this, nobody else. So, Kushi P, you can start now with your sharing part, and your time starts now. If you ever have imagined more than what was real, Kushi, if you have ever have destroyed your day in spite of the red flags, share one line about it and end with a small question, and everybody in the chat would try to give their 2 cents to you as a suggestion, as an advice. Yes, one day that person will realize. and we don't value ourselves this way, blinded completely. Khushi, please share. Exactly, Renal. I just wished him on his birthday at 12 in spite of my own health. I thought he will at least read my message. He did not see till now. Why I do this always, I can't overcome it. Guys, uh, any suggestions or advice for Kushi? She has already shared and asked a question. Anything you would like to share? Kushi, just know these are everyone's personal opinions from their experiences, from their viewpoints. Take only what resonates and use your own beautiful mind, your frontal cortex, like we discussed, to make the final decisions. Okay. At the end of the day, we all have to heal, we all have to come out of this whole attachment in a toxic way. How sweet, Pratima. Yes, multi. There you go, Kushi. You have a lot of stuff here. Keep asking yourself, Kushi, is this healthy love, healthy relationship, or attachment? Toxic attachment. All right, guys, one last minute. If there's anything else you would like to share with Kushi, imagining is very normal, guys, but grounding yourself is very, very necessary. Correct, Kushi. Right, Guerrero. I understand, Kushi, what you're saying. And we will talk a little bit in a very, very tiny manner about karmics or karmic relationships towards the end, but just a tiny little bit. And in fact, that is how we're going to end the today's live also, but there is still some time. And thank you guys for staying for such a long time. I hadn't really planned in a great way about these 7 days of Magic 2.0, but you guys are so supportive that you are very much, getting in sync with whatever I've planned. And I really am grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Kushi, if you are okay, I would like to move forward. I guess there's no second person who wanted to share in. So I would like to go back to the Boggle Box. Is there anybody here who would like to get one Boggle Box guidance? Please let me know, and I will pull out. If this is still in demand, I will pick one winner for the Boggle Box. Okay. Okay, let me take out the number picker, and here we go. Post number one. Okay, let me see who all have posted in the very first post. Um, all the way down. Hang in there, hang in there. Where is it? Handle important tasks before lunch. There are many people who have done this, I think. Let's see. I'm gonna write the names once again. I guess Kushi has already got it, so I'm not gonna write Kushi's name again. Naveen, Unicorn, Mankirat. I'm really enjoying reading them. I haven't read everything, but I'm really enjoying. Um, Tasha is already done. Adriana. Okay, I have four names here: Naveen, Unicorn, Mankirat, and Adriana. Let me pull out my dice. Where's the dice? Eight is not here. Five is not here. One is here. Naveen. Naveen, would you be interested in getting the Boggle Box guidance? Naveen? Okay. नवीन इज लाइक मैं आया ही इसीलिए था पूछ क्या रहे हो Beautiful Khushi Pabaro. I was hoping you would um, take some points from here and there and try to use them. There are some more practical ways to do that. I will be sharing a little bit later, so hang in there. All right, Naveen Chandar, please bring all your attention here and focus. Dear God, high power, source, divine universe, please give any guidance, clarity, message to Naveen that he needs to receive right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Naveen, did you mention Ho'oponopono? You're being told to continue doing that, okay? And you are also being told that start journaling if you can, okay? Now, I know this is me promoting the 31 subtle shifts, but that is not the thing. You're being told to start journaling your thoughts, okay? That will really give you a lot of clarity, and it will be a very, very good what am I saying? Key factor for your healing, okay, Naveen? And And Naveen, you need to look at the bigger picture of the whole thing. Maybe you're just concentrated on some issue in your life, some matter, it may not be a big problem as such, but maybe you're just looking at a particular thing in your life with one perspective. You need to look at the bigger picture of the whole scenario, okay? It can be in your career and it can be in other things also. You're being told that there is more. There is more. There is more hope as well, and there is more, okay? You're being told that, okay, that part I'm not sharing right now, but um, by any chance, Naveen, if you are into any sort of intoxications, you are being told to be a little bit mindful about it. If not, then just ignore this message. Maybe this intoxication could be something like, an emotion. If it is not something really like a physical, you ingesting something, maybe it's something like anger towards somebody, hate, anger towards somebody. That might be a thing, and you're being told to work on it. This is not going to serve you. Okay, Naveen, I hope something made sense to you. And let's move on. What's happening here? All right. That's okay. Maybe it's something like an emotion that is negative that you need to have a tab on if you do not consume anything intoxicating. Okay, Naveen? That's really good, Naveen. That's perfect, Naveen, but it could be some emotion that you need to get rid of, like maybe some strong hatred towards somebody or something of the sort. Okay? That is acting like a toxin. Perfect, if it makes sense. Hmm. All right, guys. Moving on. Um, we've spoken about attachments, we've spoken about healthy relationships, unhealthy relationships, red flags in detachment, and various other things. um, but what about detachment? I did start the live with sharing some spiritual angle towards what is mentioned in the scriptures. Scriptures also teach about detachment as a path to inner freedom. And I also discussed about the whole brain brain biology, about how the prefrontal cortex, the logical mind, activates detachment, and amygdala does the opposite thing. So that's another psychological angle. So I want you to know, I want, actually, let me share something before that, that what does detachment means. Detachment, basically, like a lot of you have already shared, is that you love without losing yourself, okay? Your peace word has been mentioned by at least 5 6 people here today. Your peace isn't controlled by another person. You respond, you don't react, correct? And reaction doesn't mean you go and punch them in the eye. It can be even that just, it can be something very very not active also, like that. It can be the other way around also. So you respond, you don't react. You stay balanced whether someone stays or whether someone leaves. That is detachment. I want to know, guys, that do you operate more from your emotion or from your logic, from your prefrontal cortex, the logical mind, or from your amygdala, like we discussed, the emotional panic. So if you are the emotional kinds, type E. If you are the logical kinds, type L. Don't say one. Just say, just say one. Don't say I'm in the middle. Actually, you can, if you think, if you're sure. Do you operate more from your emotions or logic, E or L? Cat goddess logic. Perfect. Tasha emotions. Nice. Pratima, totally emotional. Yes, multifairy. Balanced. Naveen is like, I'm, just a few steps away from the enlightenment of myself. Emotions, emotions, emotional. Hmm. Both, but more logical. I get that, cat goddess. That's great. That's great. All right, guys, it's time for sharing a little bit, and I will share. I will tell you what you have to share now. Very simple. Share one thing. Um, Share one thing you think detachment could help you with, and I will select two people. If there are two people who would like to share this, please let me know. And what you have to do is you have to share one thing you think detachment could help you with, and then you can ask a closing question to the people here. Okay. So share one thing, only one thing you think detachment could help you with. So, who would like to share? Is there anybody who would like to share? Hello? Anybody here? Is there anybody who would like to share one thing you think detachment could help you with? Okay, Naveen, there you go. Please begin and end it with a question if you want. Um, Ask your closing question after you have done the sharing. Your time starts now. Are you ready, Naveen? Don't be so hard on yourself, Sydney. It is what it is. I met her, we got close, late night talks, everything seemed perfect. Then she told me she was with someone else. I was shocked. Why now? I asked. She said her partner saw our messages. Ow. Naveen, share one thing you think detachment could help you with. And if you have any closing question, please put that forward. Naveen, your sharing time is over. I don't know where you are. I can't see your next message. Guys, can you see Naveen's next message? Because I cannot. Naveen, your second message hasn't reached for some reason. Naveen, your next message didn't arrive. Only your first message has reached the chat. The second message hasn't reached, at least not to me, and I guess others can also not see it. Yes, you're visible now, but I think there is one message that did not reach us because we don't know how you were sharing one thing you think detachment could help you with. And you, if you have any question you want to ask. Mm, I don't know why this is happening. Right, multifairy. All right. Nevertheless, a little bit of what Naveen has shared. Is there anything anybody would like to add in to it? Any 2 cents? Please go ahead, because we can't wait for any longer. Because we have to go forward. I met her, we got close, late night talks, everything seemed perfect. Then she told me she was with someone else. I was shocked. Why now? I asked. She said her partner saw our messages. I am all grounded, more spiritual, more connected, more wise. So basically, you are saying that um, detachment helped you with being more grounded, by being more spiritual, and by being more calm and wise. That's beautiful. Thank you, Naveen, for sharing. I guess you do not have any question for the people out here, but that's really beautiful. You learned it with whatever tools and techniques and people you had around that time when this was at the peak for you, and proud of you that you could do this. All right, Naveen, if you're okay, we will move forward. That was a lovely share. So, guys, detachment is not coldness. A lot of people say that, oh, I'm detached from that person. And they almost say that, detachment is something negative. No, detachment is a positive word. It is not loss of feelings, it is clarity. Detachment protects your dignity, it creates space for real love to enter in. Okay. And that is something you should all be understanding about, the difference between attachment and detachment, guys. All right. Before we start with the practical ways to detach, I have one more person I would like to select for the Boggle Box guidance. If somebody wants, please let me know. If there's nobody who is a taker, I will not get into the whole spin the wheel kind of a thing and waste another 2 minutes. But if there is somebody who is interested to know about, who is interested in the Boggle Box, please let me know. Even if one person is interested, I will start pulling out the names. Guys, Naveen's story is something very, very motivating. You all, a lot of you who are a lot of you are right now in a place where Naveen probably was. He still, I feel, is still healing from his journey, his situation, but he has come to this level of detachment that he is, at least to some level, he has detached, and this is the little share he has done with all of you, and that is a good learning for all of us. Okay, thank you, Naveen, for sharing that. All right, I guess nobody wants the boggle box here because nobody has shown their interest. So I will move forward. That's really really crazy because you guys used to be like, we want the boggle box, and today you have the boggle box and nobody wants it. Um, okay, Renal wants it, Kushi wants it. Okay, Pratima showed interest. Okay, I did not see it. Exactly, that's what I said, Multifairy, that he is moving forward in the right direction. All right, there are a lot of takers. All right, so I thought, I don't know why people are not responding. Let me move forward. I'm going to use this bowl now to pull out the next winner for the giveaway for the boggle box. And we have Moon162. Moon162, would you like the boggle box guidance? Are you here, Moon162? नवीन तेरा हो गया. Moon162, are you here, dear? I think Moon162 is not active unless she's just listening. Okay, I guess Moon 6. Kushi, you already got one. Okay, let me see. Next person. Um, Arwen. Arwen, would you want a guidance? Yeah, the drum rolls. Nimira has been missing since a while. Arwen, would you want a boggle box guidance? If yes, let me know. Oops. Arwen. All right, guys. I haven't taken names. For those of you whose names are not here, let me know. I still have one or two more rounds of the Boggle Box. And those of you who haven't given me your names, give me your names right now. All right, Arwang, I will just read for you. I guess, Multifairy, I have written your name. Anybody whose name I haven't written? Mikasa? Anybody else? Guerrero? Guerrero? Anybody else? Yes, you have to give it every day. Did you give it today? I don't think so. I will just write your name, Pratima. Every day you have to give your name for the bowl. I might use these names on the last day for something special. I haven't planned anything. Today's live has been so nice. Thank you, Tasha. Take care, Kushi Pabaro, and thank you for staying for so long. And you can actually come back whenever you are fine and go through the rest of the life, because I will be sharing some practical ways of detachment in a while. Okay, and I guess that is really important for all of us, so please do come back and hear that out, Kushi and everybody. Yes, and get well soon. All right, anybody else who wants their name to be written in the bowl? I guess there's nobody. I will start with yes, yes, Kushi. And try to read the chat also, because the replay does happen, at least on my end, because a lot of people are sharing a lot of wonderful viewpoints, and that was the whole idea of this guided open discussion. All right. Arwen, are you here for, are you ready for the Boggle Box guidance? If yes, please let me know. Naveen, you just said that you do not like the other stuff. Did you just say that? I would love to do this. In fact, I would really love to do this more, but right now I do not have time and space like that wherein I can do this every day. And since I had these 7 days, I was like, ideally, I should have done this when I would have hit 1,000, but I was like, no, let me just do this, even if I won't get many subscribers, because uh, these things you can connect with people who are already there. For new subscribers, they just want free stuff, and that's how you get more new subscribers. But I was like, no, I have time, I need to do this. It's okay if the subscribers stop for a while, but this is I thought I had some time. Anyhow, Arwen is here. That's perfect, Arwen. Not everyone needs to uh, speak unless they want to. Even listening can help. All right, Arwen, please bring all your attention here and focus. Dear God, high power source, divine universe, please give any guidance, clarity, or message to Arwen that she or he needs to receive right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Mikasa, I do remember you joined in around that time. You did join in around the 7 days of magic. The first time I did that, there I know there were many people who joined in. What I meant was this goes a little slow and people understand it a little bit slowly. And last time I had more things happening quickly. This time I'm having these bigger topics and taking my own leisure time. And yesterday was 4 hours, and today I'm already done with 2 hours, and I am okay with that. As far as you guys are getting some benefit from this, even if it is by sharing with each other, because this is an open discussion. Mm. Anyhow, Arwen, let's get you some guidance. I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat. Arwen, are you a male or a female? Arwen, are you a male or female? Can I ask? Even you like the boggle box, Renal? Arwen, you do not talk much, huh? Can you just tell me? Uh, I'm just gonna take a sip of water. Hopefully, till then, Arwen will reply to me. Ow. Female. Perfect. Arwen, I asked you this because um, seems like there are multiple men interested in you, Arwen. This is what is showing here. And you are being told to be careful about this whole situation. Some of them actually are thinking of, I don't know if you're married or committed or whatever, but there are few men around you who are interested to even marry you because they think you are a good deal, okay? And they think you are like amazing or excuse me, something of the sort. And you probably are this, you probably think you are this. like you probably are like an person who doesn't think, like who's not very should I say it, more humble than, more like into your own little world. But still, you don't know that that when, even if you are like sitting in a corner, there is a lot of charm that exuberate, and people do get attracted towards you, Arwen. And oh, I forgot to do this for you, Arwen. The highlight here is that a lot of people are interested in you, and some of them really want to marry you. You're already married. Hi, Pooja, seeing you after such a long time. I don't know, Arwen. Even if you're married, there are men around you who think you are a good marriage. Maybe because they see you how you are in your marriage and they kind of like it. And that is why you're being told just be a little bit careful about these men, because you, some of them really fancy you. Okay, Arwen, this is what is coming through. And there are few relationships you need to mend, few relationships you need to mend, Arwen. And it is a requirement, it is not an option. You must do that. You need to figure out which relationship is that, but there is something that you really need to mend. And also be mindful about money matters, Arwen. This is what is coming through. Okay, that was for you, Arwen. I hope. Okay, Arwen. Moving on. Okay, there was just one person for this thing. All right, guys. Now we are reaching that point wherein I would like to quickly go through some practical ways to detach. I have jobbed them out, and I have kind of even, I went online and got a few ideas, and I have brought them together into a format, and I'm going to share a few, and we are going to discuss a little bit about it. So this is something very important, and maybe either you can write few things if you resonate with them, or you can come back and read them, hear them out, because some of them might be very useful, and they all are very practical. It's all about practicality here. Okay, you're welcome, Pooja. You're welcome, Arvin. I hope something made sense to you. All right, guys. Mikasa names are were chosen from the subtle shifts that I asked you all to comment under, and now I was pulling out a few from this bowl as well. So it's mixed and match of both. All right, guys. Moving on to the next subtopic, and that is practical ways to detach. Number one, if it is really required, if it is really needed, I do not necessarily advise this for everybody, because I think it is not necessary unless it is really, the need, because you can't do anything about it. One of the ways is strictly block, mute, or restrict this person if it is possible. Not out of anger, guys, out of alignment. Because if you do it out of anger or of any other reason, then that pattern keeps coming back. That circle keeps repeating in some way or the other with some person or the other. Okay. Second is routine replacement. Replace every habit related to them with a new one. For example, instead of checking WhatsApp, do 10 squats. Instead of stalking, drink water. Instead of replaying conversations in your head or on your phone or whatever that is, write it out and tear it away. Okay. Now, now I want to select one person from you all who wants suggestions on routine replacement. Okay, um, and you have to start your sentence with instead of one thing, and the others will reply saying instead of that what you should be doing. Make sure you reply with something short and sweet, nothing elaborate, guys. So, who wants to be that person who wants suggestion from the group about how they can do a routine replacement about um, one habit related to the person whom you are attached to with a new one? Who wants to be that person? Guys, would you like to participate in this or should I just move forward? Why is it is so quiet? So what I want, I don't know if you have understood or not, but what I'm asking is that if any of you wants to be selected, wherein you want suggestions on routine replacement from everyone out here, please let me know. And you have to begin your statement with instead of this particular attachment that you have. Let's say you're checking your WhatsApp every now and then and checking what this person is doing, when was the last login, stuff like that. What should you do instead? If you want some um, funny or some really practical or whatever replacements by other people, make sure, guys, it is short and sweet, nothing very elaborate. If you want any routine replacement, who wants to be that person who would want to get that? Anybody? Okay, no one. Let's move forward then. The third option is you need to limit your fantasy time. It is not practical for everyone, but for some people who have their logical mind in a place at least somewhere in midpoint, this can be done. Keep a 2 minute imagination rule that okay, for 2 minutes I'm gonna think of that person and then I'm going to move forward. Okay, just give yourself that little time and that's it. Use this kind of a thing for it, probably a timer कि 2 मिनट सोचूंगा उसके बाद stop. Okay. Now, guys, I want to know how many of you are students here? How many of your students here? Siddhi, you are a student. Pooja, you are a student here. All right. So, for students, some of the practical advice from my end would be reduce checking phone during study hours. Do a 30-minute brain reset walk through your phone without your phone. Okay. Keep your phone away. Build hobbies so your identity is not only talking to that one person. So have a hobby, that 1 hour you will just look at that phone, that when he or she will reply, rather have that 1 hour spent in a hobby. If he has to reply, if she has to reply, they would after 1 hour also, but at least you would put your mind in something practical. What you can do is study with a friend, because if you have a company, there are less chances of you to be motivated to check on this person you're attached to. Basically do some extra curricular activity that is out of your daily studies. And of course, talk to your family members daily. Talk to your family members daily. All right, these are few practical points that you guys can do. Second is there anybody here who's working in the same office or something like that with the person you're attached with? I know there were a few earlier, but they are not online today. But is there anybody else? I guess there's nobody here who is working in the same office with this person. Well, but still, for the future reference, I will still give few practical points. One is that you can reduce emotional conversations during work hours. Second, very important one is stop imagining that your eye contact moments are love signals from them. They could just be like, passing eye contacts with that person because you're in the same office. Third, keep conversations neutral, purposeful, and strictly professional. Nothing emotional shares. No emotional shares. Okay. Now, if possible, sit in different area and avoid unnecessary eye contact. Eye contact is a big deal, I'm saying. And focus on work goals, and if possible, take lunch with neutral colleagues. Okay. Anybody who is a housewife or a homemaker here who is attached to somebody or something? All right. By any chance, at any point, any housewife or homemaker comes across this, for you, few simple practical tips are that you can create a self-care routine with self-time. You can get into yoga, you can get into walks, journaling, meditation. That entire 31 subtle shifts is not, I mean, these things are for everybody, but these there are some points there for you. Reduce dependency on the one person you message for validation. Okay, validate, you don't need validation from anybody. And also, you can create emotional outlets. For example, your friends. It can be a hobby for you as well. Start a small skill based learning. Spend 5 minutes with one family member daily, like I had mentioned in the 31 subtle shifts. So, these are the few things you can do as a housewife or a homemaker. And besides that, all of you can get into journaling and focus on your fitness, focus on your finances, reconnect with old friends. You can go traveling. Is there anybody here who is a senior here, a senior citizen? Thank you, Pooja. All right, I will still give a few practical um, ways to detach for the senior citizens out here who are the seniors here. Um, First of all, keep your mind engaged in creative hobbies. Okay. Creative hobbies are for everybody, but since I have categorized into these sections, this is very important for you guys. Second is, if possible, engage in community activities. There might be something in your neighborhood, there might be something in your particular, like in India, we have, different communities having their own spaces where they do some activities. You can join an NGO and do some nice community work. If possible, reduce loneliness based attachment. Okay, many a times as a senior, we we are lonely, and that is the reason we try to get attached with somebody, and sometimes it is a family member whom you don't need to cling with at that point of time, because they need to go where they need to go. I'm not saying I mean, you need to reduce your loneliness based attachment, guys, okay? And spend time with your grandchildren. At the same time, create healthy communication boundaries with your younger family members, okay? Because everyone needs their space. I know all of us have experiences that we want to share with each other, but and especially when we reach at that age, we think that we have so much to give, but you need to have that little boundary, okay? Even with the youngest of people around you, and at the same time, do spend time with them. And finally, everyone can read spiritual texts, but this is one option for you guys, okay? um Also, for some of you, you guys can have a daily one rewarding action wherein you give yourself one thing that makes you feel good. um One important thing, guys, is that stop trying to fix people. तुमने सबका वो नहीं लिया हुआ है duty. You haven't taken you It is not your duty to fix everyone. And remember, you can't heal someone who enjoys staying broken. I repeat, you can't heal someone who enjoys staying broken. Some people just enjoy that part. They don't know that they enjoy. They are not willing to accept and move on. They just enjoy that whole process of, wow, my one true love. Whether it is attachment, detachment, toxic, whatever we have explained, some of them might be just listening from the from the beginning till the end. They would just be fixed that, okay, she's saying something, these people are saying something, yeah, I know what they're talking, but I know where I am. I know this is so beautiful and all that stuff. All right, guys. I don't know how many of you are still with me, but if you're ready to commit one change, share one thing you will try this week to detach. Anybody? Because detachment is a practice and you need to start small and stay consistent. So anybody who would all of you can share this quickly, one change that you think you would like to share, one thing you will try this week to detach. Yes, Naveen, that's true. They do need someone to talk to, but my whole idea was that if you are a 60 plus here, what you need to do. Okay, this wasn't about what we do for them, this was about what they need to do when it comes to attachment and detachment. The whole idea of sharing was that. I hope you understand. Detachment from phone. Try to detach from using social medias more. Interesting. I would like to wake up at 6 instead of my daily routine. Way to go. Renal, that's one of my, I have some similar goals too. When it comes to social media, guys, besides YouTube, I have deleted all my social media accounts since probably more than 5 or 10 years now. I don't know. And I just feel perfect. And detachment from phone. Um, Ask my near and dear ones. They think I'm too detached in a toxic way. I'm detached with my phone, they think. But yes, I know what you mean. If it is like a toxicity, then you need to do these things. Walk in nature without phone. Perfect. Multifairy. It is really amazing. It is really amazing. Um, I mean, considering I am not really a phone person or something, I sometimes even leave it without even remembering that I have to take my phone. So for me, it is natural, but I know what you mean, because phone is like something which everyone is carrying these days. Even the bride is carrying, they have a special arrangement in their gown to keep their phone. It is kind of a thing that you need it. Overthinking over everything for me. Yes, Pooja Burma, that is amazing. Detach from oversleeping. Renal. But sometimes when the body needs it, you should give it you need to know whether it needs it or whether you're just feeding it extra sleep. Renal. Empathy and diplomacy and emotions. Mm-hmm. Detach from overthinking. Yes, Arang. Mankirat is like, let's talk business. Did I win anything? Mood though on trying to detach. Phone is the biggest culprit for all of you guys, huh? That is the detachment. I thought romantic detachment is what all of you are worried about, but this is like, something else turning out to be something else. Yes, I own my time as much as I can. Detachment from overthinking and overanalyzing small things. Perfect, Tasha. Time doesn't exist. All right, guys. Thank you for your shares. And I have one more round of Boggle Box. If anybody is interested, let me know. I will pull out one and another winner for the Boggle Box guidance. All right, I guess we have a few takers, and I will use the um, random number picker for it. And here we go. And it is the 31 subtle shift post number 14, day 14. Let me see what was on day 14, guys. Hang in there. Who all commented on day 14? It was clean one small section of your space. I think a lot of you replied here. I don't know if I've replied to everyone or not, but I read a lot of happy stories about how people felt really good by doing this little task, little subtle shift. And here we have some names I'm writing to decide who is going to be the winner. Kushi has already got it. Mankirat hasn't got it. Naveen has got it. Unicorn, Cat Goddess, Tasha has got it. Renal made some efforts. Kushi 143 I think is not here, but she has done it, so I will write her name as well. All right, let me see what's happening on the chat. Time doesn't exist. Mikasa, but your name was not there in the number 14 post. So the people whom I've selected from that day are Mankirat, Unicorn, Cat Goddess, Renal, and Kushi143. And let me select who is the winner out of these five people. Number five is Kushi143. I think Kushi143 is not here. Kushi143, are you here? So for some of them, I pull out from here. For some of them, I pull out from that 31 subtle shifts. So I guess Kushi143 is not here. Otherwise, she would have been active. 12 is not here. This is what, six is not here. One. Mankirat, would you like to get the Boggle Box guidance? मनकिरत ने अभी आके पूछा ही था कि मेरी टर्न हुई और अभी मिल रहा है मनकिरत को. मनकिरत, are you here? Mankirat, are you here? Mankirat, I'm gonna take a sip of water, guys. Till then, hopefully, Mankirat will reply. Right, Pooja. But that's where we need to learn the art and science of detachment, right? Mankirat, I guess, is not there. Maybe I need to pick somebody else then. Let me pick somebody else. Mankirat is not here. 11 is not here. 5, Kushi again is not here. 1, 4, 3. 11. 4. Renal, are you here? Renal. Thank you, Multi. Renal, would you like a boggle box guidance? All right. All right, Renal, please bring all your. I was about to say all your attachment here. Sorry. All right. Renal, please bring all your attention here and focus. Dear God, higher power, source, divine universe, please give any guidance, any clarity, any message to Renal that she needs to receive right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Reynal, you seem to be a very happy-go-lucky person, but seems like there is a lot of sadness hidden inside you, and you are being told that it is time that you really, really work on coming out of that sad times because it is no more serving you. Maybe you have done some things that you think are were not right, and maybe that is why you're sad about certain things. And maybe that is why you kind of punished yourself in certain ways, but you're being told that it is okay. That was a lesson, probably. If you've learned it, you can give yourself another chance and move forward, and not just move forward in a very, very superficial way, but move forward in a very beautiful way. Forgive yourself and move forward, okay? Renal, um, nurture your dreams, and work on your dreams, Renal. And I'm getting again that maybe there is something you did in the past that you think was not good, and maybe that is kind of, making you guilty on some level. And you're being told that if you have the realization, don't punish yourself more. Just the realization was enough, and realizing and committing that you will not make those mistakes again is enough. Okay, lesson learned, move on. Don't hurt yourself more. That's enough. Okay, if possible, you're being encouraged to do a little bit more of stretching if possible. I mean, why it can't be possible? You can stretch anywhere. Stretch yourself, okay? It is required for you. And I forgot to turn this clock, but I guess I have reached the time. I hope something made sense to you, Renal. Multifairy 90, you like charms? I have one day dedicated only for charms because I know a lot of you like just charms. You're welcome, Renal. All right, guys. We are now almost at the end of today's topic and of attachment and detachment. And we do need to talk a little bit about spiritual closure. Some of you did mention it in the beginning of the reading, in the beginning of this live, and I did mention it to you that there is going to be a little bit of it in towards the end. And just a few words that I want to share here is that sometimes we get attached to a person because they came as a karmic catalyst. Okay, I I think I did see Multifairy mentioned that word a lot to Naveen, that she probably was a catalyst. Well, yes, that is what it can be for some of you. I'm not saying that the person you have in your life is it, but I'm just saying that there can be people in your life whom you get attached to, that come as a karmic catalyst. They trigger old wounds to help you heal. Okay, and you don't understand why they are doing this, and you get furious or you get saddened, but they actually dig your old wounds. It's almost like a surgery they do on you, and that is only to heal us. Okay, because when you feel those wounds, that is when what you do with those wounds, that's an opportunity you get to heal it. Otherwise they just get sedimented. I don't know why I'm using that word. Basically they just get layers and layers on it, and it gets very, very tough to heal. But these people come, they dig those wounds, and because they trigger you, and that is an opportunity for you to heal. They awaken parts of us that needed attention, and they come to shift our life path. Many a times we see that, a person was living a certain lifestyle, and then suddenly something happened because of this catalyst in their life. And then suddenly, they their path completely changed. They suddenly became spiritual. Suddenly they're talking about karma and all those beautiful things, because those people, you should thank those people, because they brought you to those path, and that was their main purpose in your life. And that is a beautiful way. It is a hard way, it is a triggering way, but that is how it was supposed to be, so that they can bring a shift to your life path. I don't know if you know this or not, but in many places, like, where these spiritual places are, I've been to a couple of them, where people from around the globe come. And if you interact with them, there is something broken in them. Something has happened like that. Similar stories everywhere. And, all, you know, uh, you know, the whole idea is that because something happened in their life, it not everyone has gone through some romantic fall down. It can be also like a business fall down or anything. It could be anything. But those shifts come into our life to change our life paths, to bring us on the path that we chose to be on before we were born, or what we had signed up for. They came to teach us boundaries, our self-worth. We forget ourselves in giving so much to the other person, but as soon as we heal, we learn that how important is self-love, self-worth. And I keep mentioning many a times when I'm doing those quick one card pulls during the lives, that that comes for so many people so often, that they need to work on their self-worth, and that is what it is all about. And they also come to teach us emotional strength. We become strong. I don't know if you have noticed that card that comes in the messages from your person, where the messages that the person says that you make me strong. Sometimes I get that message that make that person strong because you were the catalyst in their life. So maybe your life is not, all rosy hunky dory with them, but because you entered their life, they became strong. So instead of resisting or hating these people in your life, I highly, highly request you to thank them from the bottom of your hearts for the lesson, for the shift, for the healing, for the growth, and for the clarity. Now, everyone who wants to think of this person, this one particular person who is coming into your mind, the first person who's coming into your mind, think of that person. Anyone who wants to do this can do this. Think of this person, and with complete intention, type, I release you with gratitude, our contract is complete. I'll say it again. Everyone who wants to, it is not compulsory. Think of this person, and with intention, with all your feelings and intention, type, I release you with gratitude. Our contract is complete. I know many of you don't want to do that because you don't want to release this person. But release, like I'm saying, letting go doesn't mean that the person necessarily will go away from you forever. If that person is supposed to be in your life, after releasing, maybe that person can come. And if he goes, it goes. That is the whole idea of this today's live, to learn detachment, right? So once again, it's not compulsory, but anyone who wants it, think of this particular person. And for some of you, if it is your cell phone or whatever it is, think of that thing, person, situation, and with complete intention from the bottom of your heart and soul, type, I release you with gratitude. Our contract is complete. All right. Yes, if you heard me in the beginning of the live, Multifairy and everybody, I did mention that this is not just for romantic partners. This is for various things, various people, various situations. So, whatever you want to do, I, Renal, I was actually saying, I release you with gratitude. Our contract is complete. It's like you are releasing this person, this thing, this situation with all the gratitude in your heart. And you are saying that this contract is complete and this is the closure that you are uh, giving to yourself, if not with that person. This person you're attached to is also a part of your karmic classroom, your soul's curriculum. They came to teach you something, awaken something, or help you close a karmic loop. Thank them, forgive them. Even if you don't feel like it, start small, start every day, start thanking them and forgiving them, and move on with dignity. Okay, move on with dignity. All right, guys, I have one more round of Boggle Box before we wind up with a little bit of affirmations for this thing and some final messages. But is there anybody else who is interested in the Boggle Box? This time I'm going to pick it from the bowl. So, is there anybody whose name is not there in the bowl? I will write their name in the bowl and then choose one winner. Now you got it right, Renal. Okay, Pooja, is your name here? Pooja, every day when you come, make sure you get your name written here. I guess Pooja's name is not here. Mikasa, I think I wrote your name. So let's see. Anybody else whose name is not here? All right, let me pull out one chit and let's see who is the winner for something fell out. Multi Fairy, would you like the boggle box? It just popped out. Your name just popped out. Would you like the boggle box, Multi Fairy? All right. Ow. All right, Multi Fairy, please bring all your attention here and focus. Dear God, High Power Source, Divine Universe, please give any guidance, any clarity, any message to Multi Fairy that she needs to receive right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, why is it's like stuck? It's stuck. Okay, I need to do something else. Yeah. And this time I remember that I need to do this. Okay. Multifairy, you're being told that if you are, sweeping the dust, um, what is it called, sweeping the dust under the carpet, that I will take care of this whole thing later on, not right now. This is the time. You're being told stop doing that. This is the time, start doing deep cleaning. Okay, maybe you've always been doing it, but it's time you even take care of those matters that you thought you don't want to take care of in that moment as a priority. Maybe start doing everything now. Now this cleaning can be on any level, you definitely understand all that, and can be real cleaning also of your house. Okay, but you are being told stop um, keeping certain things away, that I will take care of this later on, this is not important, kind of a thing. Okay, because it's kind of creating like a big amount of lot of things pending, and you don't want that. um, Next for you is if there was any person in the past, romantically speaking, um, whom you are still uh, in emotionally connected with. mm, you're being told that that person also thinks of you sometimes, um, in that person also thinks of you in their private times sometimes. And yeah, so basically, maybe it's nothing about reconciliation or anything, but maybe they're just popping out to say, hey, how are you? I do think of you on and off, And I guess that's all I have for you, because it's time up. I hope something made sense to you and you got some guidance. All right, so that there was something. I don't know. That was the main message for you, apart from your ex showing up with all his passionate emotions. You're welcome, Multi Fairy 90. All right. So before we close, I would be happy to hear if you could tell me one meaningful takeaway you are going home with today. I know you are in your home, but what I mean is you are going, you are taking this from this life. Just one sentence is enough. Please don't be very elaborate. A quick, sweet little one is enough. Any one takeaway, any one meaningful takeaway you are going home with today. And remember, guys, every person is different. One rule does not fit all. This discussion was a general reflection based on a little bit of psychology, a little bit of spirituality, and a little bit of my personal experiences. And of course, you guys shared a lot today. That was the whole idea today. And that is why I'm saying that take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Please, you don't have to take every suggestion that was thrown at you. You know your reality better than anybody else. So at the same time, love should feel peaceful. Attachment feels heavy. Always know this difference. Love feels very, very peaceful, very, very light. Attachment feels heavy. Detachment feels free. Keep choosing yourself. You deserve balance, clarity, and emotional dignity. Okay? Now, share with me share with us one meaningful takeaway you are going home with today. That is your takeaway, Naveen. Be connected to godly good guidance, whatever happens. You like the advices, Pratima? You're happy that you could release the attachment energy. I'm happy, Reenal, if this live did that for you. I'm really happy. I'm sorry I could not be very active with every comment that was happening because I had to keep moving on with the whole format of the this thing. Otherwise, I would have not been able to finish this. But I know there was a lot of stuff that you guys wanted to know here. But this was a little attempt today. Okay, Multifairy is saying thank you to Naveen for the support. Okay, their conversation is still happening. Okay, the positivity you felt here was good. Pooja Verma, you just joined in towards the end. If you wish, you can go back and hear the whole thing. Maybe I will put timestamps later on, not right now. Maybe after the 7 days of Magic 2.0 is over, I will put some timestamps here, and maybe that can be helpful. All right, guys. If you are ready for the final affirmations that I would like to share with you guys, type ready. That will be a quick little something like a meditation. Let me stretch till then. Quick winding up affirmation slash short meditation. Type ready if you're ready for it. Type ready. Yes, Pooja. Okay, there's just one person ready, and I will still do it for you. All right, everybody, please place your hand on your heart. Breathe slowly. Take a deep breath in and breathe out completely. Follow my count while breathing in. One, two, three, and follow my count while breathing out. One, two, three. One more time. Breathe in. One, two, three. Breathe out. One, two, three. If you're comfortable, keep your hand on your heart even now and repeat in your mind, I release what is not mine to carry. I release what is not mine to carry. I release what is not mine to carry. I detach with love and peace. I detach with love and peace. I detach with love and peace. I choose myself with respect. I choose myself with respect. I choose myself with respect. What is meant for me will stay effortlessly. What is meant for me will stay effortlessly. What is meant for me will stay effortlessly. I allow the right people and right love to enter my life. I allow the right people and right love to enter my life. I allow the right people and right love to enter my life. I forgive, I release, I move on. I forgive, I release, I move on. I forgive, I release, I move on. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One long, deep breath in and completely breathe out. Whenever you're ready, you can release your hands from your heart and open your eyes if they were shut. And even if you got 1% clarity today, type the word clarity, guys. Even if you got 1% clarity today, type the word clarity. Thank you, everyone. Also, if this session helped, please like this live. It helps reach more people. Comment your takeaway after the live ends. It helps the algorithms send the videos to those who need healing. And please subscribe, give a permanent subscribe if you want more sessions like this. And thank you so much, everybody. Before I end today's session, um, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for staying along all through. It's almost 3 hours now. And tomorrow I will be doing moon guidance reading. Most likely it will be one card pull for everybody, but nothing is planned as of now. I just know that since new moon is coming along, I thought that I'm going to do a new moon guidance reading. I will share the details as soon as I can. So please be there tomorrow, most likely around the same time. If it is different, I will inform you guys. And of course, like I said, I will be sharing one reflection question every day towards the end of the lives. And today's one is based on simplicity. And the question that you need to reflect upon is, my suggestion is that how much of my life is cluttered with extras I don't need? So reflect on this question, that how much of your life is cluttered with extras you don't need. Okay, that is your reflection question for today, from today's life. And if there is anything you would like to share about today's live, any feedback, anything, please do share it in the comments, or maybe I will stay for another 1 or 2 minutes now, and then we can wind up. You like the last part, multifairy? Okay. In fact, I want to do a lot of this, but it's just, I mean, that's something which I want to do myself a little bit more than, but it's just the matter of time and space that I can't do it on a daily basis. But this is something which I really, really enjoy it too. And in the past, I have even had like 100 people in front of me, wherein I have given them these. Guided some guided some things I was going to say, because it was mixture of guided meditation and other things. And even kids, even senior citizens, and everyone just responds so beautifully. But it's just the matter of time and circumstance that I only have these 7 days wherein I can be so elaborate with things. So I'm giving my best. And thank you that you liked this last part of the reading the most. Thank you so much for your share. Thank you, Arang. Um, I think you got one Boggle Box reading today. I hope something made sense to you. Thank you, Multifairy. Thank you, Pooja. I'm so happy, Renal, you feel light. Guys, I did make this thing a little bit more, in a fun way, I think, wherein I was reading quite these sentences that you guys do. But there was a lot of seriousness behind it. And I'm sure if you guys were listening to me, you did connect with many of those things, because at some point or the other, we all have had some attachments with something, some people, some situations, some things. And we all have gone through this attachment, because we are humans, it's part of our biology. Okay, so I'm happy that some of you felt good with the whole concept of attachment and detachment. You're welcome, Veenal. You're welcome, Naveen. Thank you for the hearts, Pooja. Thank you for all those beautiful uh, smileys and emojis, multi-fairy. Thank you, Renal. Thank you, Naveen. Drum rolls for me, Naveen. Thank you. All right, guys. Hope to see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow is new moon reading. I also forget the schedule. I need to check it. But I will see you tomorrow. So see you next time. That is tomorrow. And take care. And Om.